Tonight, we report on a fatal collision near Mattawa and a small earthquake hits near Cooley Dam. What's happening in sports, Bob?
We wrap up our high school football previews, and the Mariners and Astros battle it out in Houston. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being with us. There is a chance of showers within the next few days across the area. Change in temperatures is coming up. I'll have all the details just ahead with your extended forecast.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
No charges are expected in a collision where a man on a bicycle was killed after being struck by a car Tuesday morning near Mattawa. Greg Gelderman, a 62-year-old Everett man, was riding his bike in the eastbound lane on Road 24 Southwest near State Route 243 when he was struck from behind by a 2005 Dodge Chrysler 300. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, Gelderman died at the scene. The driver of the Chrysler, 38-year-old Mattawa resident Juana Hernandez, was not injured. An 11-year-old passenger in her car complained of neck pain and was treated at the scene. The Sheriff's Office determined the rising sun interfered with Hernandez's field of vision and contributed to the collision. A delegation from Moses Lake's sister city in South Korea recently attended a regional trade expo to learn more about businesses in Grant County. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
An economic development delegation from Moses Lake's sister city of Gunpo, South Korea, visited the Columbia Basin Technical Skills Center Tuesday night for a regional trade expo. The event and dinner was hosted by Grant and Adams County Economic Development Councils, the Small Business Development Center in Moses Lake, and CB Tech. Alan Peterson, Small Business Development Director with Grant County EDC Small Business Development Center, helped organize the event. Peterson said it was intended to introduce the Gunpo delegation to regional business owners interested in international trade.
This is about bringing the sister city Gunpo folks here, and when they were coming over, we have been working more on international trade at the Small Business Development Center. And the other partner in crime we have is Vern Jenkins, our international trade specialist from Spokane. So those two and I put this together, and what we really wanted to do was take an event that is really meant for elected officials, is to take this a step further and start international trade. So in the room today we have about 14 businesses, local, Adams and Grant County.
Peterson talked about the Columbia Basin businesses that the Gunpo delegation learned about.
We have, behind me, we have a person that's invented a new exercise machine that's being sold coast to coast. We have orchardists here that make cherry wine and juice. And we have a distillery here. We've got Camelina Gold from Adams County, and we have a person here from IntelliPaper up in Edwall.
Representatives of Moses Lake School District told the story of CB Tech's vocational education facilities and the programs offered to students there. Products showcased at the expo included medicinal honey developed by Moses Lake Silverbow Honey and cherry products made in Moses Lake by Bowman Orchards. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
The number of students grew for the Moses Lake School District while they tried to solve overcrowding. Estimates place the district growing to 9,300 students within the next few years. Executive Director of Business and Operations Eric Johnson said the elementary school level has seen an increase of 94 students in the grades 1 through 5. Middle schools are seeing growth at the Frontier and Chief Moses Middle Schools with 52 students, and Endeavor Middle School is about 5 students below the initial estimates. Superintendent Michelle Price said the current 5th grade is the largest class in the district's history with 670 students, and grades 1 through 4 have about 600 to 700 students each. The Curtin Kindergarten has 720 enrolled students. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideypcom, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideypcom.
Now for your iFIBER 1 News Weather Center forecast.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Cristina Sanchez with your local weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. We do have below normal high temperatures for this time of year. They will stick around for the rest of the week. Slightly cooler temperatures today, and it will be cooling down a little bit more for tomorrow. This is due to a slow-moving cold front that is also bringing chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially higher elevations and along the Cascades. Now, precipitation chances will also continue for eastern Washington, especially southeastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle as we head into this Labor Day weekend. Let's take a quick look at our almanac. Within the past 24 hours, we did start off the day in the low 60s, slightly above average of the low temperature for this time of year for us here in Ephrata, which is right around the mid-50s. Our high temperature right around the low 70s, about 10 degrees below that average high temperature. The record high temperature for this time of year was set back in 1988, and the record high was 101. Sunset at 7:36. And for you in Moses Lake, your low temperature this morning in the lower 60s, high for today right around the low to mid 70s. The average high for you is right around the low 80s, and your record high temperature was set back in 1998, and the record high was 100. Currently, temperatures right outside your door, right around the low 70s. Winds blowing from the west, southwest up to 15 miles an hour. Wind gust up to 25 miles an hour throughout the evening hours. There is still some slight chance of showers along the southeastern portions of our state, along the Cascades, and for tonight, there are cooler temperatures throughout the overnight hours, slight chance of having some even snow precipitation in higher elevations, but for the most part for us here within our Columbia Basin, we will stay dry along the Cascades. You'll continue to have that chance of showers and thunderstorms as we go into Friday morning. Mostly cloudy skies for us here within our Columbia Basin for this weekend, for this Labor Day weekend, and also a chance for showers will continue along the southeastern portions of our state. As far as high temperatures for this Thursday, in the upper 60s for you in Seattle. Chance of showers will continue. Long Beach in the mid-60s as the high. In the Yakima, high temperatures in the low 70s, plenty of sunshine, and much cooler temperatures for the inland northwest with highs right around the upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. Tri-Cities right around 70 degrees. Within our Columbia Basin, will be cooling down a little bit more for tomorrow. Highs will be right around low 70s, right around 70 degrees for us here in Ephrata. For in Quincy with upper 60s as the high temperature. Moses Lake right around 70 degrees and lower 70s for you in Royal City with plenty of sunshine. As we head into this Labor Day weekend, we'll have more cloud cover and increase in temperatures for Sunday in the upper 70s, Monday upper 70s as the high.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Oh, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you may find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
But you're not even covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
Or how you may be covered for this, but not for something like this. Talk to farmers and see what gaps could be hiding in your coverage.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The 2015 high school football season kicks off Friday. And with that in mind, I stopped by the Moses Lake Chiefs scrimmage to see how the team is coming together.
Moses Lake has its sights set on making the postseason this year. The team finished with a 7-3 record in 2014, but that wasn't good enough to get the Chiefs in. Coach Todd Griffith believes his squad has what it takes, though, to get over the hump this season.
Our guys want to win the whole thing. We want to be league champions, and just like everybody else probably does in the league. And you know, I think we got the kids to do it. It's whether or not they're going to get the job done. You know, once they hit the field on Friday night.
There are still a few key starting positions to be decided before the team steps out on the gridiron, but Moses Lake does return a veteran-savvy team.
You know, we got a good battle going on with our quarterbacks right now, and haven't really decided at this point in time whether it's Joel Torres or Wes Harrington. Got Isaiah Thomas coming back on both sides of the ball. He's a big offensive threat and plays defense extremely well, just a natural kind of kid. He's definitely a leader. Defensively, we got a myriad of guys that are flying around and looking really good right now. So, you know, as far as pinpoint one, you know, Brandon Pancratz is playing lights out right now. I mean, we can't throw the ball very well to his side, so I mean that says he's doing a pretty good job defensively.
Thomas, who was a second-team All-Big Nine player, believes the Chiefs have a solid team in the makings.
I think the seniors last year really built us up to make us a lot stronger, so I think this year is going to be, I think we're going to come back harder, 2 times harder than we were last year.
Coach Griffith typically pencils in several tough non-league opponents to get Moses Lake ready for an uber-competitive Big Nine schedule. This year is no exception, going up against South Ridge, Lewis and Clark, Coeur d'Alene, and Post Falls.
We think they're all pretty good teams, so you know, we're gonna have our work cut out for it.
The Chiefs open league play at home September the 25th against the Eisenhower Cadets. Logan Kensing picked up the win for Seattle, and the Mariners knocked off the Astros 7-5 in Houston. M starter Roenis Elias was shaky on the mound, going 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 earned runs. Franklin Gutierrez kicked off the scoring for Seattle in the first inning with a solo homer to left field. Mark Trumbo continued his hot streak with a moonshot to deep left center field in the 5th inning. It was a 2-run homer for Trumbo's, blasted 422 feet. Logan Morrison broke a 5-all tie in the 8th inning with a pinch hit 2-run shot to right field. It was Logan's 14th homer of the season. The bartender, Tom Wilhelmsen, picked up his 7th save of the season, working an easy 1-2-3 9th. The M's are back at it in Houston tonight for the rubber match of the 3-game series. We'll be back after this commercial break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Our spotlight story tonight is about a Moses Lake horse trainer and riding instructor who recently won her first competition at an event near Spokane. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Really, you just kind of have to play it in the moment because every single horse is different up there. I mean, my horse was like super quiet and almost lazy, but by the time I got on him, I was able to kind of steer him around and walk him, and he took 2 steps of the trot, and he actually put his head down and started bucking with me, and he bucked for a good like 30 seconds. And I stayed on and rode him through it, and everyone was like, whoa. And so it was actually a good example for the audience, because a lot of the people there watching us are looking to kind of better their own horsemanship.
Moses Lake area horse trainer and riding instructor Lucia Clementson won her first competition at the recent Colt Starting Challenge USA near Spokane. Clementson, who was up against 3 other more experienced trainers, trained the horse in 3.5 hours to win. The horse had never been bridled, saddled, or ridden, plus it was Clemenson's first Colt Starting Challenge competition in the 20 years she's been riding.
You have only 2 hours the first day and then 2 45-minute sessions the second day. So you only have 3.5 hours of total training of being on the ground and in the saddle, and then you do an obstacle course, which you kind of go around. So it's definitely, it was a challenge for sure.
Clementson is the certified riding instructor and equestrian competitor who trains students and horses at the Flying Sea Farm facility on Panorama Drive in May Valley. She instructs at least 25 student riders a week at the Flying Sea. She explained why she likes what she does.
Horses live for peace. They really do. And so I think I just draw to that. And horses honestly is just therapy. You know, it's just, you know, it's kind of like my therapy session that I go to and kind of just better myself.
With 2 decades of experience, she has trained and worked with some of the best trainers in the country, including 2-time Olympian Amy Tryon. Clementson competed in many disciplines, including Western pleasure, cow events, hunt seat, driving, jumpers, dressage, and horse trials. Clementson says her true passion is starting and working with troubled horses with the goal of becoming a methodical, not a mechanical horsewoman. Nikki Kadich, the mother of one of Clemenson's riding students, Dally, spoke highly of the trainer's skills.
3 years ago, I had the opportunity to meet and ride with Lucia in one of her clinics. We went there. And from that point on, fell in love with her. Her personality, her horsemanship was just incredible.
The wall in Clemenson's tack room is lined with ribbons from past events. Clementson, who grew up with 4-H in Moses Lake, looks at horsemanship philosophically.
Horses is kind of your perfect friendship or even marriage. It really is, and so it's kind of like a really good, healthy thing to chase.
Clementson says she plans to step up her effort next year to compete for a national title. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local community since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Welcome back. Ecstasy poisoning led to the death of a 22-year-old man who attended the Paradiso Music Festival at the Gorge Amphitheater in June. Portland resident Bo Brooks died on June 28th at the Confluence Health Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee after attending the Electronic Music Festival. Chelan County Coroner Wayne Harris ruled Brooks' cause of death as complications due to drug poisoning. Ecstasy, or Molly, can raise body temperatures when taken in high doses and can build up in the body if taken repeatedly within short periods of time. A second man, 22-year-old British Columbia resident, died on July 4th after attending the music festival. His cause of death has not been determined. A group of volunteers from Moses Lake is helping residents and firefighters at the Okanagan Complex fire. Reporter Joe Utter has the story.
After being turned away by the Department of Natural Resources to volunteer at the Okanagan Complex fire, a group of Moses Lake residents turned to social media and found a local grassroots effort and decided to help any way they could.
Yeah, we've been assisting with evacuees. We helped out several fire departments put out fires and do hot spots, just helping out in any way we can, really.
The Moses Lake group is staying at the Tunk Valley Grange near Riverside, a building located in an area under evacuation notice, along with residents who have lost their home but are still helping. They've been at the Grange for about 2 weeks and plan to stay as long as they can.
We're tired of watching the state burn up. We have to have volunteers, but the government's not going to do it.
Yeah, basically just helping the neighbor.
Brian Eisenberg, a Seattle resident helping organize the operation, said the amount of donations and help offered has been overwhelming, especially from local residents.
It's just been like one amazing thing after another, despite the most dire of circumstances every night, not knowing what's going to happen. It's the people around here who are making it happen, and I've never seen anything like it.
This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
Grant County Sheriff Tom Jones is hosting a town hall meeting next Tuesday in Lakeview. The meeting runs from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Grant County Fire District 7 station, located at 155 State Route 28. Jones is presenting information on public safety, including crime statistics from 2014 and this year, as well as information on crime prevention. Sheriff's Office administration staff is available to answer questions. The meeting is part of the Sheriff's Community Outreach Program. For more information, call the Sheriff's Office at 509-754-2011, extension 2011. Ephrata and Moses Lake residents reported feeling an earthquake on Tuesday morning. The U.S. Geological Survey reported the 4.3 magnitude earthquake occurred at roughly 9:42 a.m., about 24 miles north of Cooley Dam. People from as far away as Coeur d'Alene and Seattle reported feeling the earthquake, according to the federal agency. The majority of the people stated the earthquake felt light. No damage was estimated from the earthquake. In Northwest news, heavy rain and strong winds pounded Seattle last weekend as storms moved through the region, leaving a trail of destruction behind. Como TV took a look at the aftermath.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
A close call today for Chris Smith and his son when a tree fell on his apartment building in Bothell.
I heard branches snapping and trees snapping.
Smith then saw a tree heading towards his home, so he tried to get his son out of danger.
So I actually picked him up and ran over there and covered him up over there while it hit. And I heard it smash up there, up top.
The tree landed on the roof above his bedroom. The debris never got inside the apartment, but left a crack in the wall.
I was just, really frightened and concerned for him.
Outside the apartment along 228th Street, the damage looks even worse. Winds knocked down at least 5 poles where crews spent the night trying to restore power. At Northgate Mall in Seattle, customers spent a few hours shopping in the dark after the power went out.
Well, yeah, this is a bit inconvenient.
During the outage, the food court and some department stores stayed open, but most retailers closed their doors. By 8 o'clock, the power here was restored.
The wind was so strong this morning. Could you believe it? We are living Ballard, actually. So we're like on just a little bit of a hill. Man, it was...
In Linwood, along 196th and Highway 99, 4 large trees toppled over during the heavy winds, falling right on top of a car. In Seattle's Meadowbrook neighborhood, more outages from fallen power lines. One resident tells us this is the worst he's ever seen.
I'm worried about my frozen stuff, my refrigerated stuff, if it doesn't get back up today. That's my concern. And other than that, I guess I'd be reading by candlelight.
That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.